Hey guys, welcome to this webinar, this Z5 webinar. This is a virtual press conference to announce something very, very exciting. बहुत ही exciting announcement है ये. We are live on YouTube, Facebook. So अगर आप देख रहे हैं, please do share comments. Starcast join होगी. मैं बताऊंगा किसकी Starcast. Filmmakers join होंगे. So please, if you have questions, if you have anything to say to them, please do post them in the comment section. And let me tell you what I'm here to announce. Z5's next announcement is Forbidden Love. These are 4 thrilling love stories. When I say 4 thrilling love stories, these are love stories made by 4 National Award filmmakers. It's absolutely firstly, such a fantastic idea. When I say thrilling love stories, I mean, it's not just a love story. This also has a lot of thrill in it, some suspense in it. Who are the 4 filmmakers? Pradeep Sarkar, Anirudh Roy Chaudhary, Priya Darshan, and Mahesh Manjrekar. Now, these are 4 films, as I told you. ये 4 फिल्में पहले 2 रिलीज होगी कल, that's chapter 1. Chapter 2 में 2 और फिल्में 24th September को रिलीज होगी. So first we'll talk about the 2 films that are coming tomorrow. That's chapter 1 on September 9th. So let me get on the screen with me the guest of the cast member of the first film, that's Anamika. Let's first show you actually a trailer of all 4, and then let's get the cast member.
You know, मैं वर्सोवा साइड गई थी and I learned a really cool game.
क्या जरूरत है ऐसे अनजान लोगों के साथ गेम खेलने की? You know how risky this is?
Passion, possessiveness. These are also forms of love only, na? After a point of time, love needs new forms of expression. पहले नेक पे love bites मिलते थे और अब cigarette burns.
I really don't think शादी is necessary.
शादी is not necessary. Family is also not necessary. माँ is not necessary.
आपको लड़की ढूंढनी है ना, आप ढूंढो.
मुझे आप दोनों को डिनर पे ले जाना है.
Why don't you two carry on? Where are you taking my wife out for dinner?
Wherever you recommend, sir.
अरे केस खत्म चाहिए यार, बंद करो ना इसको. तुम मेरी बात सुन यार.
कभी दिल की नहीं करने देते. Sometimes I feel कि अगर किसी को किसी के बारे में कुछ पता ही ना हो, so life would be always surprising, ना?
Hey, it's me, ईशान. मेरा एक फ्रेंड कुछ वहाँ पे ड्रॉप करने वाला है. और शाम को घर जाते टाइम मेरे घर पे ड्रॉप कर देना.
क्या हुआ?
पता नहीं, एक आदमी कंटिन्यूअसली स्टेयर कर रहा है हमारी तरफ.
2 दिन से कोई मुझे फॉलो कर रहा है. ये किस?
Are you okay?
नई शादी हुई है इसकी. अगर देखकर कुछ सीख जाए तो.
अब ये सब हमें बंद करो. अब सीधा हुक्म करो.
You need change. We need change.
What's going on between you and that dog?
I love that dog.
What a fantastic trailer. I wish I could just watch all 4 right now. We'll start with Anamika, जिसमें आपने देखा आदित्य सील को, हर्ष छाया के साथ, and of course Pooja Kumar is there. Pooja is joining me on this broadcast. Pooja, if we can have her on the screen. Hi Pooja, how are you?
Hi Rohit, how are you?
Very well. Where are you?
I am I'm in USA right now, so it's the lovely time of 4:30 a.m.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate you waking up early and looking this lovely.
Oh, please, I'm so happy to be with you, and I'm so excited to share this like wonderful film with everyone. So.
Right, and the people for the first time, they saw this amazing trailer. Of course, this trailer had the 4 films that are coming together. We will talk about your film first. I have watched it. I wish I could just spill the beans and tell the whole world what it is, but I won't do that.
Okay, good.
Right. So you tell the viewers who are watching, what is this film exactly?
So When Priyan sir approached me about this project, I immediately said yes. I've known sir for about 20 years now.
Wow.
So he gave me my first job. And for 20 years, we've been trying to work on something. So finally, I got the opportunity to work with him. And he had the confidence that I could play this woman who's a middle-class wife.
Right.
And she's trying to find her own identity. She's been married for 10 years and now has found herself being neglected by her husband. And so now we have to see her sort of transition and like, what decision does she make in order to make a change in her life?
Right.
And so I thought that this character is so interesting in the sense of there's so many women who are out there who experience the same thing, whether you're in a relationship or whether you're in a marriage. You know, it's almost that old saying, "Wo ghar ke murgi dal ke barabar ho jati hai," you know? And so I wanted to sort of portray this character authentically and come from the emotional side where you see why Anamika makes these decisions that she does.
Right.
And I hope that people watch this film and then like a dialogue starts between husbands and wives and boyfriends and girlfriends so that they don't take sort of the wrong steps where it can drastically change their life.
Right. It's such a real story. You know, this must be happening all around us. You know, viewers who are watching, do you want to tell them, like, you know, how real is it from the atmosphere you see today, from the things we hear from people?
You know, I think, so 10 years ago, most of the women would stay quiet. They would basically suffer because they didn't have anyone to talk to. But I think now what's happened is that because women are now sort of gaining the confidence because they're working, they're going outside the home, they're going to call centers and working. So their exposure to the rest of the world is tenfold now. And so now they're hearing stories from other places in the world that, oh, we can speak up and we can have dreams and we can have aspirations, which wasn't there before. And I think it's so important for women to have that support system and that dialogue so that they can speak up. And I think women and men both should sort of, you know, come together in their relationships and really say to each other, like, let's not take advantage of this situation, you know, and let's not take advantage of each other and like really trust each other and say that like, we can make it work, you know, because all people say grass is greener on the other side, but it really isn't.
It really isn't. Right. And you know, when, you know, you're talking about women who get to work, is your character also something you want to tell the viewers? Is she a working woman? Why does she work? What does she do?
Yeah, so she's been a housewife, you know, and her husband hasn't been able to earn enough money. So she decides that, okay, look, I'm going to take, you know, things into my own hands. And so she starts working in a cafe. And I think that working in a cafe sort of gives her that confidence and sort of that sort of exposure to the outside world where like she kind of starts like experiencing and realizing her own identity because she's gotten lost along the way. And so now she kind of brings back her personality, she kind of comes out and she's able to sort of I think kind of bring back who she was and is hoping that her and her husband can reconnect once again. But then we see in the film that something else happens and which I can't reveal right now, and you'll have to watch it on Wednesday.
I see some great chemistry between you and Aditya Seal. So how's it working with him?
Oh, he's such a great person, and he's so giving and so talented. It was very easy to work with him. And he's such a cutie, you know, like how can you not like him? Like he's so, and his personality is coming out on screen and we immediately got along. And so it was just great to work with him. And even Harsh Chaya, he's such a talented actor. I've loved him ever since I saw Tara, right? He was just one of those guys who was like, oh my God, this guy's so cool. And you want to work opposite him.
Right.
So I just felt, we shot the whole thing, which was really amazing on Priyan sir's part. We shot the whole thing in like 8 days. It's a 45-minute film.
Okay.
So he didn't let us rest at all. I mean, it was like one shot after the other, and we shot the whole thing in Pondicherry.
Right.
And so it was a wonderful experience.
Right. You know, lastly, are you happy that at a time like this, when there's a lockdown, you know, your film is coming on an OTT platform on ZEE5, which will go across the world, where you are in the US, you can watch it there or anywhere.
Yes.
Is this a good time for actors like yourself?
Oh my gosh, it's a great time. Well, first of all, it's a great time for actors and it's a great time for female actors because now the stories can be told which weren't able to be, showcased before.
Right.
Actors, writers, producers, directors, you don't have to stick to that 2 to 3 hour medium. Now you have time to develop these characters where we can see them in episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you start falling in love with them. So I think that's also great. And the other great part is that I think for females,
right,
there are so many more characters we can play because of society sort of embracing women and embracing all, the racism and all the feminism and everything that's out there, people are wanting to see these stories now, right? So it's a great time. And I love the OTT platform because there's freedom, there's creative freedom to kind of put out there what you really feel.
Right. Great. Pooja, you're joining us from the US. I really, really appreciate your time. Hope you can now go and get some rest that we took all your time. Thank you.
No, please. Thank you, Rohit. Namaskar.
Thank you. Take care.
Take care.
So we will continue this webinar, and now we will go to the next film that is Arranged Marriage. This is directed by Pradeep Sarkar. So let's get the cast members of the next film along with Pradeep Da. We'll have Omkar and Patralekha. Hi Pradeep Da, how are you? Good to see you, sir. Okay, I think, sir, your mic is on mute. If you can. Hi Omkar.
Hi Rohit. How are you doing?
Very well, sir. Pradeep, sir, I think your mic is on mute. Omkar, we'll just get his mic on and then we'll, yeah. And I think Patralekha is also going to join.
Yeah.
Hi, yes. Sir, good to see you. Congratulations. I can vouch for it because I've already seen the film. I'm amongst the lucky few. Thoroughly enjoyed it, like I have all your films. Sir, do you want to tell firstly the viewers what is Arranged Marriage all about?
Is Patralekha joined in?
She's also joining, sir. Till then we can start since we have all the viewers live watching us. There, Patralekha is here. Hi, Patralekha.
Hi. So, what was the question?
Yeah, sir. I'll start with Pradeep Da till we can get Patralekha also. Sir, viewers have watched a very short trailer of it. Do you want to tell them more? What can they expect tomorrow when this comes out?
It is a short film, so jitna mil gaya bahut hai. I think you need to see it to understand what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
It is based on superstition, andhvishwas, what you call, and black magic. It's based on that.
Okay.
And how relevant even today it is, and how much people get affected by it even today. And the taboo thing is so looming large on us even now.
Right.
It is. I mean, very few people have really come out of the typical.
Right.
Out on the shelves, out to communicate to the world as living, as they are together.
Right.
Very, very, very few people can, even today, very few people can seriously understand that.
Right.
So that is one subject which I certainly got from Meenu Chatterjee, and and she. We sat down with Sonal Sehgal and wrote this film, and it has got a flavor of Calcutta. Now, don't ask me why Calcutta. Everybody knows why Calcutta. But seriously, why I had taken it to Calcutta is in those old gullies of Calcutta streets and people living in North Calcutta. This superstition is still very relevant, though they're very modern. They're very modern. They are not at all in any way supposed to be so superstitious, supposed to believe in black magic and all.
Right.
But black magic is such a thing that everybody starts believing in it. Everybody becomes superstitious. If I tell you, you look at the mirror first when you get up in the morning, you look at the mirror with one eye, with your left eye. Believe it or not, you will start doing that. Though it doesn't mean anything, but superstition is such that बहुत अच्छा हुआ तेरा यार. If you do that, automatically it starts. Now this film is about breaking those things.
Sure, I'll take this to the actors. Right, so I'll take this to the actors. Omkar, were you aware of all the things that Pradeep Da is saying? Had you heard of these things?
Firstly, I think, yes, I was a little bit aware of it. And, Dada put a spotlight on the story and how it was. And actually, he's lying that it was just about the Calcutta. It was also the main reason to go to Calcutta and shoot was the food that Dada wanted. So I think, we'll all look a little bit overweight because of the food that he was feeding us on set. But it was fantastic shooting with him once again. I think I had a great time with Patralekha and Ali. We all three had a ball while shooting the film. And he shot it very peacefully, over a span of 10 days. And he wanted certain specific things because, he obviously, he shoot too much ads. He was getting into the ad space again, but it was really good. And yes.
Right, Patralekha, I will come to you. I really enjoyed all three of you. Firstly, all three characters, but very interesting role the way you performed. Do you want to tell the audience who's watching us live about this character that you play?
I think it's better if Dada talks about Kia because he'd have more to say about Kia because I just blindly followed Dada's vision. I must say that, and I must add to this when I got a call from Dada's office. In my mind, I knew that whatever Dada gives me, I'm going to do it. If also it just has to be a tree at the backdrop because I love Dada. It was my dream to work with Dada. So when I got that call, I was like literally in tears that he's calling me to meet him. So everything else is secondary. For me, it was only Dada and I need to get this job. That's it.
Right. And are you aware of the, what he was talking about, the superstition and the black magic? Were you aware of these things where, before shooting this?
No, yeah, I was aware about it. I've grown up listening to these stories, some supernatural, some black magic. Though I haven't experienced it personally, but these stories, these are stories that have been there since years. And I don't know if it's in every community or not, but in my community and where I come from, Shillong, these are prevalent topics of discussion and stories,
Right. Dada, I'll ask you one question. Is an OTT release on ZEE5 exciting? Because suddenly tomorrow it will reach all countries. Wherever you have your friends, everybody can watch it together. Is it a good time for filmmakers like yourself?
Yeah, whenever a film releases, it's a good time.
Right.
Yeah. The OTT, we had done this for some time back and we are really waiting for it to get released.
Right.
And let people see it in a big screen. It says TV screen. Now, big screen is TV screen.
Right.
So people will, I think I'll get some good responses. I might be thrashed for this. That's a different story. And but whatever you see is what has happened and what can happen.
Right.
That I can tell you honestly. I didn't do anything which is fictitious. के ये क्या बोल रहे यार? पर लगता है. Basically क्या है? This whole situation of coming out of the wardrobe is such a problematic thing.
Right.
Because all over, even in the world, even in London and all, they think that it's a disease.
Right.
You know, so that is what I've tried to show, and tried my best to bring out the relationship and how it works and doesn't work.
Right, right. Omkar, I'll come to you about your character. You know, do you want to, because there are people asking on the side about your character as well. The comments are going too fast, but you can tell the viewers about your character.
Like, you know, it's a twisted tale of a forbidden love, and my character somewhere is torn apart between Patralekha and Ali Fazl's character. You know,
okay.
You know, there is, you know, you love someone, but someone loves you, and it's that kind of a space.
Right.
And how in, you know, out of love or out of passion, sometimes obsession, people go to any lengths to, you know, to get it in their life. I think I somewhere get torn apart between that, my character in the story.
Right. Right. Patralekha, you know, you were talking, you know, is this a good time for actors like yourself? Jab sab ghar pe baithe hain, tab, you know, your friends and your family and your fans get to see your releases and you get to do work.
Yeah, it's exciting. Get to do work is secondary. I hope the work starts sooner. Yes, like Dada said, that we had shot for it back in 2018.
Right.
And, here, I mean, after a point, I didn't think about it much, though I really wanted it to go out there because, like I said, it's special. Dada is making it, and I really wanted people to see it. And about a week back, Dada called me up and he said that, you know, it's dropping on ZEE5. I was thrilled.
Right.
Because every work that you do is a labor of love. Right. And want it to go out and to reach to people, you know, whether it's like theaters or the streaming platform.
Right.
The thing about the streaming platform right now is we all are consuming a lot of content, and we want to see different content.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 national award-winning directors coming together.
Absolutely.
It's exciting.
Right. Right. Dada, are you excited about this 4 national awards, the way this is coming out with all 4 of you, completely different style of filmmaking, but all 4 of you coming together?
Let's ask all 4 of us.
I will. So one by one, I'm going to everyone.
Yeah, obviously, when I first heard about it, I was quite thrilled. Wow, it's a good way to start something, you know.
Right.
And since the most amazing part is that nobody knows nobody's story.
Okay, right.
You know, we're all individually working on our own spaces.
Right.
And bringing out stories.
Right.
And I think it'll be shown 2 and 2, something like that. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Chapter 1 comes tomorrow, which has your film, Anamika. Right.
Yeah, correct. So when I heard about it, it was pretty nice.
Right.
Yeah, maza aayega.
Right. No, bahut maza aayega. Omkar, do you know, Ali is not here. Do you want to throw some light on the, you know, on...
Ali's father expired a few days. Mother expired.
Yes.
A few days back.
Right.
So
you know,
he
unfortunately,
couldn't join us.
Yeah. I'm sure he would have liked to be here. Omkar, you want to tell people about your and Ali's characters and friendship and chemistry?
और ज़्यादा बोलेगा तो सब पूरा बोल देगा.
थोड़ा सा before.
Don't worry, Dada. I'll not reveal. Like the suspense, I'll leave it to the audience.
You are revealing too many things.
No. Tomorrow I'll leave it for the audience and the viewers to watch it. It's out tomorrow on the 9th of September on ZEE5 Premium, as we all know.
Yes.
Well, for Ali, actually, we were, you know, getting along really well off-set. And then on-set, obviously, we had that camaraderie. We had a 3-way relationship actually between me, Dada, and Ali.
Right.
So that way we were having a ball. And, you know, Ali is, you know, very, very passionate. His character is actually very, very passionate in the film.
Right.
So I can say out on his behalf, and you know, rest, like I said, you'll see the film and you will come to know what his character really, what lengths he goes to.
Right. Patralekha, I'll end with you. Do you want to tell the viewers that tomorrow this is where they should come? This is the place it comes out. What do you want to tell viewers before we wrap this?
I would. What should I say, Dada? I think this question you must ask Dada. He is the hero of the...
Dada, you want to say or you want to direct her to say?
She's much more beautiful than me, so she can say.
Let's give it to the lady on the panel. Yes, Patralekha, over to
I
you.
just love her face.
Oh, Dada.
Look at her eyes, expressive eyes. And when you see the acting, you'll realize how a back can also act, how an elbow can also act.
Right.
Thank you.
So those little things she brings out beautifully.
It does.
And of course, the all three of them really made it like, you feel like ये अपने घट रहा है अभी. It's
Right.
never, you can never feel that we are telling a story.
Right. Patralekha, before we wrap, yeah.
I want you. I think the whole team wants to say that, four national award-winning directors are coming together.
Yes.
Their own forbidden love story, and everybody will have their own view.
Yes.
On the topic, and it'll be quite exciting to watch such amazing actors coming together, bunch of really good actors.
Right.
So watch it on the 9th of September.
Yeah. Great. Thank you, all three of you, and best of luck. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I can tell the viewers, please dekhna kal Z5 pe, and all the best to all of you. Please take care.
Rohit, you have watched it already?
I have watched it. I genuinely loved it. Really loved it.
Okay, super.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Rohit. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
So now we'll play the trailer once again. Before we move on to the next film, let's watch this trailer, please.
You know, मैं वर्सोवा साइड गई थी, and I learned a really cool game.
क्या जरूरत है ऐसे अनजान लोगों के साथ गेम खेलने की? You know how risky this is?
Passion, possessiveness. These are also forms of love only, na? After a point of time, love needs new forms of expression. पहले नेक पे love bites मिलते थे, और अब cigarette burns.
I really don't think शादी is necessary.
Shadi is not necessary. Family is also not necessary. Ma is not necessary.
आपको लड़की ढूंढनी है ना? आप ढूंढो.
मुझे आप दोनों को डिनर पे ले जाना है.
Why don't you two carry on? Where are you taking my wife out for dinner?
Wherever you recommend, sir.
अरे केस खत्म चाहिए यार. बंद करो ना इसको. तुम मेरी बात सुन यार.
कभी दिल भी नहीं करने देते. Sometimes I feel कि अगर किसी को किसी के बारे में कुछ पता ही ना हो, so life would be always surprising, ना?
Hey, it's me, ईशान. मेरा एक फ्रेंड कुछ वहाँ पे ड्रॉप करने वाला है. और शाम को घर जाते टाइम मेरे घर पे ड्रॉप कर देना.
क्या हुआ?
पता नहीं, एक आदमी कंटिन्यूअसली स्टेयर कर रहा है हमारी तरफ.
2 दिन से कोई मुझे फॉलो कर रहा है. ये किस?
Are you okay?
नई शादी हुई है इसकी. अगर देखकर कुछ सीख जाए तो.
अब ये सब हमें बंद करो. अब सीधा हुक्म करो.
You need change. We need change.
What's going on between you and that dog, Harsh?
I love that dog.
Welcome back, everyone. Chapter 1 के बारे में मैंने आप लोगों को बता दिया. Now we are moving on to Chapter 2. Rules of the game. Chandan Roy Sanyal, I can already see you on the screen. How are you, Chandan?
Good.
Great. Hi, Anna. How are you?
Hi, Rohit. Good to see you. Hi, Tony. Hi, Chandan.
Hi, Anirudh. How are you? Great.
Good. Hi, everyone.
Great to see all three of you. Firstly, Anna, I'll start with you. Safe and sound.
Safe and sound. We've been shooting. I've been shooting since the last 1 month.
Right.
So, yeah, I think like we literally वो होता है ना कफन बांध के रोज निकलते हैं घर से.
Right.
One of those situations for us these days. But yeah, I guess.
Right. Right. Chandan, you've had releases which have one better than the other, I can say. How you're well?
Yeah, I'm very well, Rohit. And hello to everyone who's watching all of us, and hope everyone is safe at home. Hi, Ahana, Tonia.
Hi, Chandan.
Right. Director Anirudh Roy Chaudhary is here with us. Sir, firstly, I will ask you rules of the game. There are viewers watching us live on YouTube, Facebook, and other platforms. What do you want to tell them? What is this all about?
See, it's basically a relationship story, you know.
Right.
In our life, sometimes we get a little bit bored. We need a little bit of experimental exchange of ideas,
right,
and love-hate relationship with your spouse or with your girlfriend or with your friends or with your daughter, mother.
Right.
So it's all about an experiment with life,
right?
You know, and where it goes.
Right.
So it's about a man and a woman. Both of them, they work, they live in Bombay, and suddenly something happens, you know. Because sometimes we get bogged down with life. We become too. There is a dialogue in the film. My Hindi is very bad. Don't mind. Huh? See, I'm having a misal pav. So थोड़ा सा usal हम लोग we put that on the thing so that it becomes sort of kurkura. It becomes spicy.
Yeah.
So it's all about spice of life. And I had two super actors.
Right.
Super actors, and I enjoyed, you know, what I had to do, I had to explore them and watch them. You know,
right.
And they created that element, you know, while doing the film.
Right.
And in the process, mera upar bhi thoda usal aa gaya, you know. I was so happy.
Right. Anna, Chandan, you both are the couple here. You all are playing all these very interesting games to excite, you know, to make your life exciting. Anna, are you someone who would want some excitement like that?
No, not at all. In fact, when Ghazal's written the script and Tony Da and Chandan and I, when we all used to sit for, I remember like, you know, I got a call for the film, and the casting director Prasoon, he called me and he was like, Tony Da's directing. I was like, oh, I'd love to work with him. And you know, and then he was like, I said, who's my co-actor? He's like, Chandan. I said, dude, I've been wanting to work with Chandan for the longest time. So I was just only too happy that I was getting to collaborate with like you know, like-minded people. And when I read the script, I was just like, what is happening? And like, you know, like, this is really like, it's bizarre. Like I think it's a fresh take on love. It's something that is a very, like, it's a complete opposite of who I am or people I know. I don't know these people at all. I don't know the psyche of these kind of people. And I think that is intriguing about the film, because somebody I have never seen, I don't know, I have no reference to. So I'm like, what is wrong with these people, you know? And I don't understand how Tony Da and Ghazal have created these characters. And I think the best part of working with Chandan was because I think, you know, he comes from like you know, he's not a very, he's in an experimental phase, I think, most of the times with his roles. You know, and Tony Da kind of like left us, you know, to experiment scenes by ourselves. He really let us, wo hota na ki like when you're flying a kite, wo dheel dene wali baat. And I think it was really nice that Dada did that with us, because we really found our footsteps, we found our voices, we found the shades that we were looking at, you know, on paper to translate that into film.
Right.
And I think that was the best part of doing this film, because it just felt so experimental, yet it felt collaborative, and it felt like everything came together towards the end. So I think that was really, like, for me, some of the favorite moments of doing this film.
Right. I can say nothing like this character, because if you were, you would be looking down and playing some game right now. Chandan, I will come to you. Do you do anything like that for excitement?
Chandan? Chandan?
Actually, I don't mind, actually. I might just try something like that. It's just that I'm not in a relationship. But if and I think Anirudh Roy Chaudhary is sitting there, the man there, I'm sure it's a figment of his imagination. He might look like a misal pav to you. Looks like a very simple man, but he's quite a chaotic guy in his head. Huh?
Oh.
Otherwise,
he's smelling the
like Tony Da. Tony Da is this guy. Oh, he's so sweet, but he's quite a wacko, dark guy. I'm sure. You don't know him. I know him for years now.
It's not dark, you know. I always say Rumi's once.
It's not dark.
Beyond white and black, there is an area called grey. Beyond right and wrong, there is an area which is, you don't know. I try to explore that area.
What to do?
All this idea of misal pav. So we are the misal pav. He's standing with this nimbu in his hand, that he'll go and go kuch. and it's not like that. He's quite a tough guy to work with. Actually, he explains all these scenes. He comes up with all these crazy. I mean, if you have seen his films, Tony Da has made always all this very love stories which are ahead of his time. You know, all these films you will see is very nuanced. So this is also one of his work, and me and Ahana spoke so well, and I had not thought so much about it. But I was just happy to work with Ahana and Tony. Always, I look forward to work with. It was good fun.
Right. Like Ahana was saying, you are in an experimental phase, and you yourself said that you don't mind a few of these games, and good luck to you. Right. I'll come to you, Anirudh. You know, these are very, very wacky ideas, like your actors are telling me. Where did these come from? Anywhere, anyone you know has done this, or just from your imagination?
See, the basic story idea all came from see, a lot of my friends, I'll start from the beginning. My friends tell me that I'm 700 years old, you know. How can you get so much of ideas? See, I keep my ears and eyes open, and I try to dig out and create ideas from whatever is happening around, you know. All my films, Bengali films, one Hindi film, the films which I'll do, all came out from those kind of elements. You know, they remain submerged. I'd love to take them out from the atmosphere. This is also something like that, but it was not up to this extent, you know. But I know something happened to some people which was almost like this. So then my writer, Shamul Sengupta,
is coming out.
And when the story, I jotted down the story, there's a group of young writers and a content company called All Cap Communications in Calcutta. We collaborated together to finalize the story. Then Shamul wrote the script. Then Ghazal came in. Ghazal wrote the extended, scenarios and also the dialogues. But the most important thing is when I got Ahana and Chandan. So I told them I want to shoot it like a documentary, like a docu-fiction. I love 2 cameras. I love handles. I will just cover you. I'll not shoot you. You do whatever you want. This is the story. And this is the lighting and this is the kind of shots I'm thinking. Now let's rock it.
Right.
And
I have one.
I'm so happy with them.
I have one complaint. I want to go public with this. These guys gave more love to Ahana and than me.
Okay. I know why Chandan is saying this.
In our films, whenever you're doing all this bad scenes and everything, and we are without clothes, and everybody ran for Ahana, like cover her up. And मैं वहाँ लेटा हूँ, कोई देख ही नहीं रहा है.
I'll tell you that story. Okay.
मेरे को भी तौलिया चाहिए.
I'll tell you that story.
I know why. ये क्या हो रहा है?
Chandan is scarred.
हम है कि नहीं? हमारा इज्जत है.
Because Chandan, you're scarred for life because of that. So I'll tell you, this is the first time I was on a set, like as usual, like, you know, like how women are always fussed around with, especially when there is nudity or sex scenes or, you know, things like that. You're shooting with like a really close, a bunch of like, you know,
Tony favored you more than me.
The stylist, you know, and Chandan, me. And it's so funny because the minute Dada called cut, the stylist came running with a towel and she put the towel on me and she kind of like took me away. Chandan is lying on the bed. And then he just turned around and told very casually, he was like, "Koi hame bhi tauliya de do."
बताइए ये देखिए कितना sexism हो रहा है.
This is
from what I'm saying, we are exciting our viewers a lot more by telling them so much that they will watch this when it comes out. Chandan, Anna, you both have in fact, you know, done work with ZEE5 before. Is this exciting that something that you all did is now again during the lockdown coming out when people are consuming a lot of content? Chandan, you can go first.
Yeah, I worked with ZEE5 a lot. I have part of their, like I did one show which Tony only directed called Parchaiya.
Yes.
For ZEE5, it was again on ghost stories, Ruskin Bond. Then I've done a few other things for them. Then I did Kali and now this one, Kali I did. So ZEE5 and like other, like since because it's lockdown and there's so much of content people are ready to consume, I think it has become a lot of people keep asking me, what do you have to say about this digital invasion which has happened in today's time?
Right.
I think everybody is watching so much, and it's a new thing, and because of the lockdown, I think it has catapulted to another level. It's like a nuclear reaction.
Right.
People want more content. People want to see like stories like what Dada has created, this kind of, and people are also opening up to newer stories, you know.
Of course.
I mean, unsafe territories we are going into, I think.
Right.
Because of this. And
Anna,
Z5 is one of the reasons.
Right. Anna, exciting times for an actor?
I think really exciting. I've had like 4 releases this year, and
Right.
back to back. I think my lockdown was extremely hectic because it began with Marzi, which was on Boot. Then there was Betal for Netflix. Then there was Khuda Hafiz on Hotstar, and now there is Z5. I'm back to Z5 again.
Yes.
I've had like a number of releases on Z5. I've worked a lot with them. In fact, there was like a running joke in the middle that
I think Ahana
I'll be the
should
poster
have
girl.
Again, I want to butt in here. I think Ahana should have an app of her own. Ahana Kumra app.
Right.
Concept.
I agree with you.
वो होता
I
है
actually agree with you.
फायर स्टिक में होता है ये आया वो आया अलग अलग चैनल वैसे आना कुमरा कर दीजिए वो stick
It should be a channel by itself.
हाँ आप every
That's because मैं काम छोड़ती नहीं हूँ ना चंदन. I'm like you only now.
एक दो कहाँ इधर हमको इधर एक दो इधर कहीं मिल जाता है हम कर लेते हैं हाँ
झूठा है कितना झूठा है खुद इतने रिलीजेस करके
True.
बैठा हुआ
I agree with her. I agree with her. Yeah.
Chandan, don't you get
Imagine
me started.
we had to work so hard to get into characters and we made our director's life impossible because this is how we are.
I can see that. You
And
let's go to
we
the
have to be
director.
serious. These are the modern lovers and Tchaikovsky and Tarkovsky and we are like, yeah.
But you know the best part of doing this shoot, Rohit, I have to tell you, was the rehearsals that we had at Dada's house. We had these reading sessions. We had these really long reading sessions that we used to like get to his house in the morning, and then we used to spend the entire day. We used to read. We used to keep thinking about how do we do this scene, how do we block the scene, or how do we go about with scenes, because the scenes were very tricky and they were very new to I think both of us in terms of territories as human beings, forget actors, but as human beings also. And I think the best part was the food that used to keep coming, the food that used to keep flowing. And I kid you not, till today I think about the food at his house and I go like, my God, I should just work with Tony Da just once so that I can eat all that food again, so I keep thinking about Tony Da. I really miss the food.
How lucky are you guys? Anirudh, I'll come to you before we end this. Now it's is coming out with other 3 directors, so 4 of you. Are you happy with that? Because all different styles of filmmaking.
Yeah, absolutely. Anthology, and see, in today's world, consumers are waiting for good content,
Right.
And when a film comes out from Pradeep Sarkar or Priyaranjan Saab, or Mahesh Manjrekar, people are waiting for those kind of stuff.
Totally.
I mean, as a viewer, I'm waiting for this. I haven't seen all those 3 films.
Right.
So I'm waiting for those films, So there is a wait, and let's explore, let's watch, let's learn, let's unlearn. So that's today's time.
Right, guys. I could go on and on because I'm really enjoying this. But before we end, Anna, I'll give it to you to tell the viewers to watch it, where to watch it, when to watch it.
Sure. So guys, our film Rules of the Game is coming out on Z5 Premium, and it is really one of its kind. It's something that I think none of us have ever attempted. It's a very new story. It'll be very interesting for you to explore this side of you during the lockdown.
Right.
I mean, of course, we are in the unlockdown phase, but those who are still working from home, I guess it would be exciting. It would be interesting. And it's never seen before Chandan Roy Sanyal. The new and experimental Chandan Roy Sanyal.
Right.
And of course, Tony Da has really I think he's really pulled an atom bomb, mein bolungi,
and I think, Ranvijay is on the other call with you after this, and he's been
and Vaibhav is also on the other call. And I've worked with Vaibhav.
I don't know if Ranvijay is watching this.
So
he's calling me and disturbing me. He wants to this thing.
Is he messaging you on the side?
So what we'll do is
now,
so guys, we'll go to them. Thank you so much. All of you guys, stay safe, and all the exciting things that you all were saying about your scenes. I'm sure people will log on and watch this on 24th.
Just watch it for Chandan.
Watch it for Chandan. Thank you so much.
Watch it for all of us. Thank you, Rohit.
Bye.
Bye, Tony Da. Bye, Chandan. See you guys. Bye, Rohit. See you.
Bye. So we continue with the next one, Diagnosis of Love by Mahesh Manjrekar. I'm told Ranvijay and Vaibhav both are here. Let's get them on the screens. Hi, Vaibhav.
Hello, hi.
Hi, Ranvijay. How are you?
What is up, guys?
Good to see you.
Vaibhav, how's it going?
Good, yaar. How are you?
Very good. Hi, Rohit.
Hi, guys. Good to see you. And, Ranvijay, I'll come to you first. Release at a time like this, is that exciting for actors?
It's always exciting, Rohit. What happens with things coming out is that you shoot it
many moons before. You don't know what's going to happen, edit kaise hoga, kab dubbing hogi, kya hoga. So whenever the release is, right, you actually reconnect with the project. Again, मेरे को वैभव की बातें याद आ रही है, set पे जो बातें हुई थी, महेश सर के साथ जो बातें हुई थी, वो दोबारा याद आती है. So it's always good. But like you said, in this time, work coming out means that, you know, it'll give a lot of other people time to watch the series, because right now content देखने के लिए लोग बहुत उतावले हैं. So I'm really happy that it's coming out at a time where people will actually, you know, sit down and watch it.
Right. You play a cop. We'll come to that. Vaibhav, you play a doctor. Do you want to tell people more about this character?
So I think the more I tell about the character, I'll reveal everything about the story. So Mahesh Manjrekar will be very he'll be listening very clearly that he has told me very clearly, bhai, don't reveal that much, because let the audience see and watch on 9th of September when this is gonna premiere. But I would love to share that it was great experience working with everyone, Raima, Ranvijay, Mahesh sir, and we had a great time. And as Ahana was telling that it's this kind of an experiment is something which is not done very often. Four directors coming and directing a film where they have 4 different stories. So even I'm really excited how the audience will perceive it, and I'm really looking forward to watch the movie because I haven't seen all the stories together, clubbed together.
Right. You know, Mahesh Manjrekar is not here. You both can talk about his style of filmmaking because he's in it also. He's directed this also. So Ranvijay, you can tell us what was the set like.
Should I go? Vaibhav, kya bolte ho?
Yes, sir.
So Mahesh sir is one of the most interesting people to be around. Okay? On top of that, he's directing this and he's acting in it. To see a guy going all out in his acting scene, because a couple of them are really intense, and you're there in the scene with him.
Right.
And to switch over and say, "Badhiya tha, nahi badhiya tha." It is amazing. And so he's doing 2 things, right? मतलब as an actor आपको काफी सारी चीजें, but the acting part is natural, the director part is natural, and the third thing is कि अगर आप जो भी उनके साथ film shoot कर रहे हो, जो भी कर रहे हो, वो आपको 2-3 अलग कहानियां चालू रहती है उनकी साइड में. अच्छा, फिर उसमें क्या होता है? So you're shooting another film, you're talking about another one, and one continuous backstory of one story is going on between shots. You're like, okay, फिर वो वहाँ मिलता है उसको. So it's always fun with Mahesh sir, and I really do enjoy his company. So जब उन्होंने मेरे को बोला था कि you know we're doing this and अच्छा story आजा, तो मैंने तो the fact that I was going to get to hang out with him and we're going to chill for these many days कर दिया. उसके बाद every time when the story was unfolding, of course when he narrated it to me, and from Vaibhav's role to everybody's role, we can't tell you more because as soon as we tell you, everything will be out.
Sure. No, I can just say you look very handsome in a uniform. So that was a really good scene. Vaibhav, you had the same experience with Mahesh Manjrekar?
Yeah, I can actually relate because Mahesh sir we were shooting in Mahabaleshwar, and Mahesh sir was actually shooting for another film. So we had a schedule of 3-4 days, and Mahesh sir was talking about that film as well. So Mahesh sir, being the multitasker he is, it was great fun. And I remember the long chats we had, Ranvijay and me, Raima, the food that we hopped on. It was an amazing experience, and Ranvijay with his sense of humor, most of the time you were laughing. Right. I remember it was great experience, and I'm really looking forward, as I said.
Right.
And working with Mahesh sir, I just want to add something. Sure. I have done few other projects with Mahesh sir as well. Right. So this was the first Hindi project which I did with Mahesh sir, and the experience was really wonderful.
Right. Ranvijay, you want to tell the viewers what is this about? This you know, we are this is the last film we are discussing on this webinar, and we have viewers on YouTube and Facebook who are watching us live. What is your film about?
Our film is about different kinds of love, is what I would say. For me, it is love and the intensity of love. जो सबको लगता है ना कि मेरा प्यार जो है कि इससे ज़्यादा कोई किसी को प्यार नहीं कर सकता. मैं अपने प्यार के लिए कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ. तो you see different characters here doing कुछ भी for their love. Right. Vaibhav, in a way, and never would you know whose love is actually true. किसके साथ मतलब so when I went through the dubbing process, and you see all the pieces coming together, of course the performances by everybody, मेरे अलावा जो जिनकी मैं देख के बोल सकता हूँ, was amazing.
Right.
And it's gonna be that 1 hour would be for everybody where they'll be questioning the time of all their relationships and the loves that they've been in and how much love they get right now from their partners.
Right.
And would they do things like this if it comes to it? So
Right.
I think बहुत relatable रहेगा.
Sure.
And people will enjoy it. And the other 3 films that we're talking about, 4 films are coming out together,
Yes.
2 एक साथ और 2. I think ये human nature के ऊपर है. It doesn't depend on a situation कि अभी pandemic है या बाहर जाना है नहीं जाना. All these films, मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है that at any given time they're timeless because
Right.
it's about human nature. It's not कि अभी इस दौरान इस टाइम पे ये हुआ था तो ये हुआ. It's nothing to do with an incident. These are all timeless films.
Right.
And I think people will relate to all of them because it's about a human nature, how in what situation a person, how they react and what they do.
Right, very interesting, Vaibhav. What did Mahesh Manjrekar tell you? What was the brief? Why is it called Diagnosis of Love?
I see the basic concept about Diagnosis of Love is you have different characters,
Right.
and the best part of the treatment is the director has not judged a particular character that he is right or she is right or he is wrong or she is wrong. It's basically the circumstances which make them behave in a particular manner. So I think what clicked with me the most was the characters are different. They are doing different things, but it is because of the circumstance that they are in. So from the director's perspective, he's not judging any character, and that is something which I love the most about Diagnosis.
And it's very smart because diagnosis is something that is a medical term.
Right.
And one of our main characters is a doctor.
Right.
So when you read it and you understand that when you see the thing, when we read the script, it was like, किसकी तरफ किसका प्यार क्या समझ नहीं आ रहा है. It was pretty good, pretty good.
Right. Great, guys. Fantastic. This was great fun. And, so let's tell the audience there's chapter 2 releasing tomorrow, and this will be a part of chapter 1 releasing tomorrow. Chapter 2, your film is a part of, will release on the 24th.
24th of September.
Yes. So, guys, best of luck and thank you so much and stay safe, both of you.
Thank you, thank you, brother. Thank you so much, Rohit, for having Vaibhav and me on board here. And yes, kal do dekh lo, or second chapter 24th September ko. Make sure you guys watch it and let us know what you think. Hum sab apne social media pe iske bare mein baat karte hain. You can let us know, give us feedback, and make sure that you guys are safe and sound at home.
Thank you so much. That was lovely, Ranvijay. Thank you, Vaibhav. Thank you, Ranvijay. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye. Thanks.
So that was all about Forbidden Love. Two films will release tomorrow. 2 films will release on the 24th. So chapter 1 and chapter 2, love story with thrills. So don't miss that. Thank you so much for watching this entire webinar.